Okay, so I went out and bought a capture card. I'm using OBS for the first time. I had to do literally like 5 to 6 hours of research just to get this working. Um, doesn't work very well on Mac, but y'all are not here for that. We're here for handguns. We're here for handguns. So, where to begin? Let's just start with the stats of the weapons. Let's go see the merchant real quick. Let's go see the merchant, guys. So, this isn't going to be like a what is the best handgun video, because honestly, all of the handguns are good. They're all good depending on how you play. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I know a lot of people have been saying that the Red 9 is the best one, but that's just a really simple way to look at it. Just because it does the most damage doesn't make it the best weapon. Personally, the best all-around weapon is the Blacktail, in my opinion, just like it says, because it's not lacking in any department. But let's take a look-see here. Let's compare two very comparable guns. The SG-09R, and we will compare it with the Sentinel-9, which is another very similar weapon. Both of these weapons, the exclusive upgrade, gives you a 5 times critical hit rate. So basically, if you're good at headshots, or if you're good at leg shots, if you're good at anything that like can get you a critical hit, if you're very accurate, this might be the gun you want to use. Unless you don't like dealing with plagas, because this could, get you a lot of plagas. So yeah, the starting pistol, decent firepower, decent ammo capacity. It's just decent all around with a 5 times critical hit rate. The Blacktail is basically the same, except it has a lot more damage. The only thing is you can't put a laser sight on the Blacktail. Personally, I like the Blacktail the most out of like all the guns, because it has the it's right below the Red 9 in firepower. It's the second strongest handgun in the game. The only thing is it doesn't have all the slowness that the Red 9 has. So if we go ahead and compare this, the only thing the Red 9 has on the Blacktail is technically point 15 power. Let's go to current specs. So as you can see, so it's not point 14, but they both have the same exclusive upgrade, that being the 1.5 times power upgrade. So the Blacktail and the Red 9 are some of the strongest handguns in the game. I prefer the Blacktail because it's not slow. It has a fast fire rate. It has a bigger rate of fire, reload speed. It's even more precise, which it really needs to be, because one thing to keep in mind about the Blacktail is that you cannot put a laser sight on it. And same goes with the Red 9. Another thing that the Blacktail has over the Red 9 is that the Red 9, in order to be very accurate, you need the stock. And the stock takes up a lot of space, whereas the Blacktail, it's actually compact. It's actually the smallest handgun. So not only is it good all around and is the second strongest handgun, it also is compact. It gives you two square slots in your inventory. It frees up 2 slots. Moving on to the Matilda. The Matilda has a huge capacity, and this can be helpful for a few reasons. Let's say you don't have any handgun ammo in your inventory. Let's say you have a full 60 round clip in your Matilda. The game is gonna tell itself, it's gonna be like, hey, this guy doesn't have any ammo in his inventory. So the chances of you getting handgun ammo when you break a box or a barrel or whatever is gonna go up. So that's like a hidden mechanic of the Matilda. Its ammo capacity is good, because if you have a huge ammo capacity and you reload all the bullets, you have 60 bullets in the clip and maybe you just have 5 handgun ammo in your inventory, the game is going to want to give you more handgun ammo, because the game only stops giving you a bunch of handgun ammo when you have a full stack, like a full 50 stack, it won't drop the handgun ammo as frequently. I hope this is making sense. So that's one untalked about benefit of the Matilda. Let's see. The Matilda also is a stockable weapon, meaning you can put a stock on it. When you do put the stock on it, it gives it a 3-round burst capability. It just like the merchant says, it really does eat up ammo. It's a fun gun in New Game Plus, in my opinion. It's not a bad gun to use, like on your first run. It's comparable to the starting pistol. If you don't have the stock on it. Yeah. So yeah, the SG-09R and the Sentinel-9 are very comparable. One of them has a bigger clip, that being the Sentinel-9, and I believe it also has a better fire rate. Yeah, it does. So if you want a critical headshot pistol that has a big clip and a high fire rate, then go for the Sentinel-9. If you want a little bit more damage and you want something maybe a little more accurate, because if I remember right, the Sentinel-9 is not that accurate compared to the starting handgun. And we're gonna test that. We're gonna get that cleared up here in a second, because I'm gonna show you guys something that nobody really talks about. I have not seen any handgun video talk about this, and I really don't know why. So that's it for the stats of the guns. We gotta talk about the Punisher. Punisher, very similar to the starting handgun, as you can see, except it has slightly better all-around stats. And the special thing about the Punisher, as everybody knows, it has 2 times penetration power. It can go through shields. It can go through enemies and hit other enemies. And once you hit its exclusive upgrade, it gets to 5 times penetration power. It can go through 5 targets. Something to keep in mind. So it's pretty good. You can conserve a lot of ammo with this thing. One thing to keep in mind, though, about the Punisher is if Ashley is getting captured, you have to be careful where you shoot the enemy, because the bullet can go through the enemy and hit Ashley and it'll kill her. So keep that in mind about the Punisher. Other than that, the Punisher's a really cool weapon. Let's talk about something, guys. Let's talk about something. Here's the thing that I haven't seen anybody talk about, and I don't know why. Do you see my crosshairs? Let me show you something. Sentinel-9 here, and we'll put the SG-09R. Not storage. Shortcut. We'll put that right here. So these are 2 very comparable guns. The Sentinel-9, as you can see, look at my crosshairs. While I'm moving, compared to this one, while I'm moving. As you can see, it's a lot smaller. It's a lot more accurate. This isn't accurately reflected on the stat screen, so this is why I'm showing you guys. Leave a like, by the way, if you appreciate the info. So if you want more precise headshots, that's why this gun has the bigger clip and the higher rate of fire, so that way you can afford some misses, because this gun is not as accurate as the starting handgun. So in my opinion, if you want a critical hit gun, the starting handgun is your best bet. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's check out the Matilda. So here is the Matilda's accuracy while moving. And the reason why I'm showing you guys the crosshairs while we're moving is because a lot of the time when you're shooting at enemies, you're going to be on the move, right? Hopefully you're not just standing there and lining up your shots as the enemies are coming closer to you and trying to hit you. You're going to be wanting to back up while you shoot them, and you're going to be moving, okay? That's why the crosshair size is important while you're moving. So the Matilda, it's decently strong, has a giant clip, has a decent fire rate, and of course, you can add the Matilda stock to make it a 3-round burst weapon. And this thing just kills, man. This thing just kills. But do you see how fast we're running out of ammo? I'm not even shooting this thing as fast as I could be. Watch me shoot this thing as fast as possible and watch how fast the ammo goes down. Not that you'll be doing this to enemies. Hopefully you'll be, you know, precise with your shots. And there goes 60 bullets. Just like that. So the Matilda's pretty fun in New Game Plus, like I said. That's really where I recommend it for. But it is definitely, it's a viable option for a new game. And my favorite, the Blacktail. Its crosshairs are so small while moving. I have never ever felt the need. I've never been like, oh wow, I wish I could put the laser sight on this gun. No. Like, look at how precise it is while moving. It's so precise. It's so accurate. It's accurate. It's the second strongest firepower handgun in the game. It's almost just as strong as the Red 9, guys. Keep that in mind. It is literally almost just as strong. I don't even think the Red 9 has like 1 point of firepower over it. I think it's only like 0.7 stronger. So it's compact. The Blacktail is compact. It's very precise. It doesn't have the biggest clip in the world, but it's pretty powerful for its size, and it's just an all-around good gun, and I just love it. I'm going to definitely use this for my minimalist playthrough. Definitely going to use the Blacktail. So let's talk about the laser sight. The laser sight can only go on the Punisher, the Sentinel 9, or the SG9R. Let's go ahead and put that on the Sentinel 9. So, do you remember how bad the moving crosshairs were compared to the starting handgun? Well, now it doesn't matter. Now you have the laser sight. Wherever that laser is, that's where that bullet hole is going to end up. Okay? Wherever that laser is, when you pull the trigger, that's what's getting shot every single time. So, definitely makes the Sentinel 9 a more viable weapon. Let's talk about the Punisher. Punisher. It is a little bit more precise. It's definitely more precise while moving than the Sentinel 9, and it seems to be more precise than the starting handgun. It has a really big clip, and its ammo can penetrate through 2 targets and 5 targets with the exclusive upgrade, so it's a pretty good gun. If you're good at staying on the move and lining up shots, and like let's say there's like 2 enemies here, and you just like move over here and shoot through both of them, it's a pretty good gun. I've always enjoyed playing with it. I'm probably going to do a minimalist run with this gun as well, and it'll be on my channel. As soon as I figure out how to get OBS running like correctly, so there's not as much latency and frame rate drops. Right now I'm at like 40 frames, but y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about that. Red 9 stock. So here is the Red 9's precision without the stock. Look at the crosshairs, look at how big they are compared to something like the Blacktail or the SG09. This is it with the stock on. With the stock on, it becomes one of the most precise handguns in the game. It still has big crosshairs while you're moving, but its crosshairs, like it gets small quicker than any other gun, if that makes sense. Like, you see how when I aim, the crosshairs like become a smaller plus? That's called a precise shot. Once you have a precise shot, and you like hit the enemy in the head, it like increases the chance for a crit and things like that. That's something to keep in mind. So this gun is really good for stuff like that. I just don't prefer it. I just prefer the Blacktail. But it's still a good gun. It's one of the better guns in the game for sure. It's pretty accurate with the stock. The only thing I don't like is how much space this whole thing takes up, you know? It takes up like, I don't know, what is that, like 10 or 8 blocks of space, you know? And I don't know, I just prefer the Blacktail because it's actually more compact and it's just good all around, man. I just feel like you get the most bang for your buck with the Blacktail, if that makes sense. And so, without further ado, I've pretty much covered everything I want to cover with these guns. Yeah. Let's go. I just want to test. I would just want to show you guys the Punisher's penetrating power on the villagers. We can use a few guns. I am in hardcore mode. I'm going to use a few guns on a few enemies just so you get an idea about their firepower and what they can do. And then I'll go ahead and end the video, and you guys can make up your own mind which handgun do you prefer. I've given you all the information that I can on every gun. Remember, with the Punisher, be careful because once an enemy picks up Ashley, you have to be careful where you shoot them so you don't accidentally kill Ashley. The Matilda, it burns through ammo, but its its burst fire is very handy. If you get headshots with that, they're pretty much going to die. It might not be the most powerful handgun, but that triple burst effect that it has definitely does damage. The Red 9 is the strongest gun. If you want more firepower per bullet, then you want the Red 9. But keep in mind all of its downsides. It needs the stock to be accurate, and it's one of the slowest handguns in the game. Blacktail, it's a compact, good, all-around gun, second strongest handgun in the game, and you cannot put a red dot on it. You cannot put the laser sight on it. The SG-09 is a good critical hit weapon. It is and so is the Sentinel 9. You're just going to have to play with those and figure out which one you like better. Let's go ahead and try out this critical hit. Oh, I forgot it won't work on this guy because he has a scripted Plaga. He's like scripted to become one of the Plaga enemies. And I am playing on hardcore, by the way. And there he goes. So, let's go Blacktail. I'm gonna show off my favorite gun in combat. Guys, I've beaten the game. I've beaten this game like 25 times now, and I still step on that goddamn bear trap. I still forget it's there sometimes. I'm also just watching my frames drop on OBS, and I'm just like... I've been literally tinkering with OBS for like 5 hours today. I don't know what I'm doing. I did like so much research, but I still can't get the video to capture like really well. It's because I'm on a Mac. It's because Elgato does not work good on a Mac. Guys, if you want to get an Elgato and you think it's gonna you're gonna run that well on a Mac, it's not gonna happen, guys. Don't do it. Use Windows 10. Anyway, I'm gonna be using some of these guns here. I'm gonna assign some shortcuts. Let's go ahead and get the Matilda in on this. Matilda goes crazy, I'm telling you. Matilda's really fun for New Game Plus once you have a lot of like ammo and stuff. See, he's down. Down. It just melts enemies. It might as well be like a triple burst submachine gun. I cannot believe I'm missing so much. If you guys want to sharpen your combat in this game, you guys need to play Mercenaries. It's so fun. Let's try the starting handgun. Can I spam fast enough? Yes, I can. Anyway. Ooh. Starting handgun. Just popping heads open. With that critical hit rate. I'm guessing, yeah, I was about to say, since that cutscene played, I'm guessing that guy immediately died. So like maybe like 1 out of every 3 shots to the head, you'll get a critical hit with the 5 times critical rate. It's Red 9 this guy. Takes about 3 shots to the body with the Red 9 on hardcore. What else? We're gonna blacktail it. We're gonna blacktail it. I love the blacktail. It's so good. I'm gonna get. Oh no! Don't want to get decapitated by the chainsaw guy. La Campana, please, La Campana. Where is the La Campana? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get cut in half. Just trying to make a handgun video. Blacktail strikes again. La Campana! That's right. That's right. You could have been spared, but you did not get saved by the bell. Well, alright guys, that's my handgun video. Blacktail if you want, Blacktail if you want a good all-around gun. Red 9 if you want a very powerful, damaging weapon. Starting pistol or Sentinel 9 if you value critical headshots. Punisher if you're, if you're a savage, you'll go Punisher. If you're really good at like combat flow and you know where the enemies are going to be and you can line up penetrative shots, then definitely choose the Punisher. Or if shield guys are just annoying to you, go Punisher. Matilda, if you're a new game plus or you just don't mind if you don't mind shooting tons and tons and tons of ammo at a time. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It took me about 6 hours to make this video, so I'd appreciate a like. You can subscribe, you can always unsubscribe if you want. I'd appreciate it. And just thank you for watching my video, honestly. And hopefully I catch you guys in the next one.